If we look at this building behind us, and you look carefully, you can see the history of America. In 1843, Robinson, Lawrence, and Kendall received a contract from the government for 10,000 rifles. They didn't have a building, they didn't have the machinery, and they didn't even have the workmen to do that. By 1846, the building behind me was completed. There's a river that was modified for water power to build the things we needed because we didn't have electricity. But now you look overhead next to the building and you see the high tension and the high voltage power lines that feed the grid that powers all the machinery that we make today.
Our mission here at the American Precision Museum is to inspire young people to be creative and to innovate, to help foster a strong manufacturing future, and to use and preserve our historic building and our collections to make all of that possible.
So we put together a plan that would allow young people with little or no training to apprentice, we call them interns here at the museum, learn about the equipment, learn about the history, and also learn to be interpreters of that history to visitors of the museum.
I'm a junior in college in a manufacturing engineering program at Vermont Tech, and I've done really well. I've had 3 summers of a successful internship at Hypertherm. I started here as a junior in high school going into my senior year, and I think this was really where I realized that I should be an engineer. All the principles that we learned here about running machines still apply to larger machines, to more advanced machines. I've run manual machines and I've run CNCs and I've programmed and designed, and all of it relates.
I really wasn't doing very good academically, and one of my teachers had a proposal for me to start working as an intern up here. It taught me a lot about the Precision Valley and how important it was for machining in this area. I was very interested in machining because my great-grandfather and my uncle were both machinists, and seeing the flatbed turret lathe and all the mechanical parts on it is what got me really interested in the mechanical engineering. I'm going on to VTC, Vermont Technical College, to study engineering.
Upon getting in here, I enjoyed it. It's the wide variety of the people you get to see and come in and impact their life that I like about this facility. And then I ran onto this machine. It just kind of sparked my curiosity. And when I grabbed the handle, I knew right there that's what I wanted to do. I could be creative and destructive all at once.
In one of our activities, we first talk about these simple machines and then bring out from these toolboxes we have some examples of simple machines that the students might be familiar with at home. It's an introduction to going out into the main exhibit hall and talking about the much more complex machines that we have on display.
Because this machine was made in World War I, this was how they started their bullet cartridges. Each bullet cartridge had to be made by hand with a turret lathe, just as this process is happening now. I was born here, born and raised, and that's how I found out about this museum, was when I was a kid, and I always remembered the machinery, and I was excited to show other people about how to run it and learn how to run these machines.
This entire activity is focused on which part I pull out of the bin and put together, does it actually make the motor work? And if the choice is correct and our manufacturing process has been successful, it shouldn't really matter, but there are minor sort of small differences between the parts that they pick out of the bin. And I can't think of a better way to physically describe the importance of interchangeability and making interchangeable parts and precision machining. And so without actually having to machine anything, a visitor can learn exactly what it means to be precise and how to assemble something out of interchangeable parts.
The Robinson Lawrence Armory, built in 1846, was all about the concept of interchangeable parts and bringing that to practical perfection. So you're making a ton of things that are identical. But now, with the additive process, it's possible to make things that are unique.
You need to learn manufacturing by doing manufacturing. It's not something you can read about in a book. And this museum is the living description of that. That our interns come in and they learn how to use a modern FANUC robot circa 2016. At the same time, they're learning how to use a 1938 Fellows gear shaper. I think that really is sort of if there's a foundational story to this working machine shop, is to show that 360-degree connection between history and modern manufacturing.